So Bridges is a community organisation that specialises in providing services for people with mental illness, mental health issues and drug and alcohol issues. We provide services for both individuals and families and carers, and also run group activities.
The Mental Health Rehabilitation Recovery Service is a strength-based recovery model. So that's our job, is to empower members to, look at their strengths and use their strengths for their own recovery. And sometimes people can get lost in their illness. They can look at themselves as, I am a depressive or I am a schizophrenic, but no, you're a person. And so we want to bring out those skills, and we want to give people the confidence and empower them to do what they want to do, whatever that is. So my role is a mental health rehabilitation officer, which means I'm here to assist people in their recovery. And that can be through learning skills, relearning skills, and doing projects like art. Express Yourself is our major event for the year. It's to celebrate Mental Health Week and raise awareness, but also focus on the importance of art as a form of expression. All of our members in this exhibition have told their story through art, whether it was photography or painting or drawing. And that's what we do. We do recovery, so in this sense, art is recovery.
I think a lot of the mental health is people need to be able to speak out their situation, talk it out and understand themselves. And with art, we're doing that with line and colour, and they'll be able to put an expression out which is not a commercial but of personal. It's fine art we did. So everything they put down there was a personal mark. So they were able to put down their own emotions, and everyone approached it in a different way because everyone has different feelings in different situations. I started with emotive marks showing that, a flat line can mean stillness and a vertical line can uprightness and angles, movement, etc. So they understood emotive marks and how to create a feeling with just lines, and that's what I wanted to start with. After they did a certain amount of exercises with drawing emotions, attacking the paper the way they felt with things like anger or with joy or with whatever, we moved straight on to gesture drawing and line drawing as how to actually draw what you see. And then from there we went into portraits on the third week. That was a shock. They got straight into that and they handled it so magnificently, I was really, really happy, really proud of them. And then from there we went into their own emotive paintings and things like that. And after I left, they continued on and did some really nice work.
My role in the Express Yourself Bridges exhibition was a bit of a mentor in the photography part of the exhibition. So I worked with the members of Bridges on taking portraits of each other, expressing the different faces of mental health. A lot of photography is about communication. You're sort of gaining someone's trust by asking them to sit for a photo. So I could see that, the relationship building between the photographer and the person who was taking their portrait taken, as well as the wonderful journey of being able to create something. So that's really great for self-esteem, to be able to say, I've created this and this is my work and it's on the wall and other people are appreciating it. I think it was really rewarding just to empower these people to have a bit more of a voice, and hopefully I can continue working with Bridges because it's such a wonderful initiative that's going on here.
So there's probably some, key mind-blowing stories about people that would not have gone in front of a camera, and they're now the face of the exhibition and they're being interviewed. That to me is just mind-blowing. I wouldn't do it,
I did the previous photography course at Bridges, and then I liked it, so I went and did the photography for the exhibition, learning about all the functions of the cameras. Yeah, and learning how to use Photoshop. Well, my parents really enjoyed my photos being up on the wall. Yeah, and it actually improved my confidence really well.
There's other people who have had pent-up aggression, that have had pent-up emotions, that have not understood their illness, and they've found a way to tell their story or to be open about who they are.
Yeah, it's basically the Northern Light sort of look was basically just represents like the schizophrenia I've had to deal with the drug abuse from the past, and the blackness was just sort of me being stuck in the abyss where there's nothing really there, nothing really going on. And I guess the red bit represents red earth, sort of me just feeling a bit depressed with the chasm in the middle. Eyes with the white dots of the eyes and the cracks in the wall. I was terrible. I didn't know anything about my illness. Sort of, I'd sort of have to rely on just the leaks in my mind, just trying to get it out without talking about it, through body language and that, I guess. Probably not talking about it was the worst thing. It was mostly you have to use my fist to let it out. So that's didn't really know if they understood what was going on.
Do you feel the artwork has helped?
Yeah, definitely.
In what way has that helped you?
Sort of just pretty much just expression of how I feel.
My painting, this was not the original painting that was going to go in. Even the whole concept is different. But at that time, my mental illness has caused a lot of difficulties with my relationship with my family, and particularly my 19-year-old son. And at that point, it was almost irretrievably broken down. So I decided to, in honour of him, this is my apology to him, to say sorry. I did what I could with what I had. Let's just move on, and So it was for my son Christo, this painting, definitely.
Yeah, I walked into the opening night and was, I think for the first time, speechless. It's not very often I don't have anything to say. But yeah, it was just amazing. And I think the best part was seeing the artists and their faces when people were walking past. There was a lot of people that came to the exhibition this year from the general public and the general community. Quite often we get other services or we get family and friends and carers, but I think that we communicated to the general public this time, and so seeing people who had no connection to Bridges being completely blown away by the stories was great, and the opening night was an example of that.
The Express Yourself exhibition was good because we got to show our artwork to the public.
Another great thing I loved about it was being able to speak to the public when our exhibition opened and sort of be able to give them a greater insight to people with mental illness, the talents that we have, to see us for our abilities, not our disabilities, and to make them feel comfortable around us despite us having a mental illness. And I think I did well in that department. I enjoyed that the most, meeting new people and giving them a different look into our world. And I was most proud when my son came to the exhibition, and he was so proud of me, and that's not something that he said very often. I think he's been quite ashamed, but this was a moment of pride for him, and I was so happy that he could be there with me at that exhibition.
What we saw is people that were just so proud of what they did. They were able to show that off. They were able to tell their story through art. I think that was probably what we saw most, was that people went, wow, you know, I've expressed myself and I feel so great about it, and that has to be therapeutic. And you know, we didn't see any negatives of that. We only saw positives of people being involved.
I just hope Bridges gets bigger and better, because it's changed my life, and because of that I think a lot of other lives are going to be changed.